I tell you, sometimes this stuff works and sometimes it doesn't. Good morning. How you feel this morning? I feel great. I feel great. You should say it like a couple times. I feel good. I feel great. I'm number one. I feel good. I feel great. I'm number one. I remember this saying this guy said. He says, "Get good, get better, be the best." I mean, if you're gonna say something about yourself, right, there might as well be something positive to kind of motivate yourself to be your best self. I mean, why not, right? You know what I'm saying? Everyone else is quick to criticize. so so why don't you just say something positive to yourself? I feel good, I feel great, I'm number one. That's it. All right. And if you want to tell yourself to get going, say, man, listen, get good, get better, be the best. All right. We're actually talking about the best. There's a lot of people out there that feel that certain cars are the best. They feel that certain movies are the best, certain vacuums are the best, certain neighborhoods are the best, certain cities are the best. And, there's a lot of things that can be only opinion, right? Which is fine. But then, I'll be honest with you, you would probably have to be really dug in to something, like a belief system or whatever, to see like proof that a thing is better than another thing, and then still say no. It's not. But best can be different for different people. Like when a person asks me, "What's the best vacuum out there?" Right? I'm like, man, I'll be honest with you, man. If you're asking me what's the most durable, right, and the best for you is durable, then I can tell you the most durable. If you want to say what's the most, versatile, then if best for you is versatile, then I can probably, lean you down that road. But so best is kind of a weird thing, guys, right? Uh, but then there's certain things that will define something outlast the other. You can now break it down to which one of these lasts the longest, which one of these is the strongest, which one of these is the most serviceable. So it becomes a little nuance. But some people, they prefer a lightweight vacuum, and then here's where the those two things collide, because if you have a lightweight vacuum, most of the time the lightweight vacuum is not that strong, right? But then someone wants strong suction, but a lightweight vacuum, most of the time, is just not built that way. It's really built just for convenience and zip, zip, zip. And some companies make them because they're cheap. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. A car company will make different brands of cars, right? They go from like a coupe, a little mini car that's affordable, a sedan style, affordable car, right? Ford Focus, um, Hyundai, whatever, right? And then they can level up. That same company can level up and say, well, we're going to make ourselves a flagship car, right? So for those who can afford this car, right? Now all the cars are going to get you from point A to B, but different price points, different comfort, different amenities, etc., right? But they all get you from point A to point B. Um, so when you have a company that says we only make one vacuum, okay, we make one vacuum, right? We don't have, you know, um, let's say, for example, you have a company that will make a Power Force, let's say this, so Power Force Helix, they'll have a bigger, more robust uh, one. And the funny thing about vacuums is that when you buy one, you don't want one that's just going to clean some of the dirt, right? I mean, you really want a vacuum that's going to clean all the dirt. But instinctively, we know that the one that's like the little $59 one, it might not work as good as that $500 vacuum. And that's where some people get, well, I'll just buy another one. It's no big deal. And then eventually they'll gravitate to a little bit more expensive vacuum, and then they'll move their way up. And then some people go all in. Their first vacuum is a robust vacuum that's going to last them for 30 years. And do they even make those anymore? And I say they still do. Believe it or not, the Kirby is the one vacuum that I think today that's made that will still be around in 30 years. Now, I don't know. Kirby they just a couple of years ago, they sold the Kirby company to somebody else. So I don't know if they'll keep those, I don't know if they'll keep the model going. But we're going to break down the Kirby today. To me, in my opinion, the Kirby is probably the most serviceable vacuum that's out there, right? It's durable. It's long lasting, but it's heavy. So a lot of people are not really excited about the heaviness of the Kirby, but that weight is also a part of what makes it work so well. So that's the thing, right? So a young lady last week kind of motivated this video I'm making right now, because this is her comment. Let me see if I can, maybe I can share her comment with you. Let me see if I can share the comment with you real quick, because I was like, you know what? Yeah, yeah. You get that feeling, yeah, I get it, I'm with you. But this was her words, and I thought it made sense. I thought it was really, I'm like, you know what, yeah, it makes sense. She's right. I can't even argue with what she's saying. Hold on, let me see if I got it, man. Come on, you got this. You got this, bro. I got it. Chances. Okay, so let me see if I can read it. I got these things on for a reason. Okay, it's funny. Most people don't know that they still sell Kirby's, because you don't see ads everywhere. So people assume mine is a dinosaur. Bought it in 2018, brand new, from a door-to-door demo. I have other lighter vacs I keep around for quick cleans, but Kirby is my go-to for real cleaning. It's the only one I feel I can repair myself. Okay? Hold on. There's more. It says, I love that they never really upgraded, aka downgraded, the design to be heavily reliant on microchips and computers. If it ain't broke, am I right? So your videos always help me. Thank you so much. So this is Carissa 4110. Oh, I thought that was pretty cool, right? I thought that was pretty cool. So let's do this. We're gonna find out why, and maybe you can explore with me. You can hang out with me for the morning. I'm in here pretty early to get some stuff done, and then I'll be out. I still work the rest of the day, so just know that, okay? But I thought it was pretty cool that she wrote. I said, you know what? That's interesting. Because actually I used to, and I'm a little biased. I'm gonna tell you, because I used to sell these machines. But if my bias is not supported, then it's just bias. But if let's say, for example, you have a baseball team. It's your team. You're going to still support your team. But then it will get to a point that if the other team is really winning more series, let's say, and they have more of those wins, and they have a better record, even though that's your team, if you're honest, you can say, damn, boy, those guys are still a better team, right? And I know we're team folks. We kind of tribal with those things. But if you're an honest person, you can say, well, right now they got us, but we're going to get them, right? But for you to still say that you haven't won a World Series, you haven't beat this team ever, you haven't, you're the last in the league or whatever, you still say we're still the best. That's fine. You're trying to motivate yourself, but then objectively, it's not true, right? So that's what I love about facts and coming down to like the nitty gritty of something. Even though I don't like it, I don't think it's good for me, right? Does the fact support the idea that this is well built and it's going to last you a long time and all this other stuff, yeah, okay. So you can give that up. And I think our egos stop us from like admitting something is what it is. This is, yeah, it's how we're made. All right. So let me get my favorite gloves. All right. My favorite little work gloves. Now, there are two types of gloves you're going to probably use for work. When you're cleaning stuff, you know, you're probably going to have something like this. Okay. This is Venom Steel gloves. It's in my description if you guys are interested in getting one of these. Uh, it's ways to support the channel, man. You know, if you want to, like, for example, we have a portable cleaner that we sell at our website. Flash, a little mini portable. People who are part of the backpack. I said, did I say backpack? The backpack. Some of them have this. You know, the regulars. That if you guys ever decide to hit one of the lives that we have, we normally here at 10:30. But Mondays I come on early. The backpack, man, these guys are pretty good, and a lot of them have this vacuum here. So if you want to pick one of these things up, let me know. Okay, just go to the website, just scan the QR code or whatever. All right, guys. Well, let's go. Let's get on. Now, I do have one word for today, and it's from, I believe is it Second Timothy? It is Second Timothy, and it was clever. I love the saying. You can look at it in a very religious way, or you can just kind of look at it. How does it apply to me? But it said, "Study to show yourself approved unto God, the workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." All right. So that's very. It sounds very religious, right? But man, I thought about it in other ways. Let's say if I was to take that word and take out all the religious stuff that add to it, you know what I would think? If I want something, if I want to be good at something, I have to study to show myself approve of that thing that I want. In this case, they're saying that you need to be trying to get towards God, right? So study with yourself, and then you're not ashamed of rightly dividing the word of truth, which makes sense. So I want to be good at what I do. I want to be the best version of myself. And I'm still thriving for that. So if you're one of those people, man, push to be the best version of yourself. You don't even have to need to compete against anybody else. You have a whole lot of you got a lot of stuff to improve anyway, right? So why am I competing against John when I got so much stuff I still need to do? I still got to stop this habit of mine. I still got to get better at this thing. I got a lot of work to do, man. I can't worry about John. All right, here we go. I've already taken this off. This is the splash plate or the foot plate. I forgot the exact name for it, but it's scuff plate. I think it is. I think it's a scuff plate. But this is what you'll be hitting when you turn the machine on. All right. So let's break it down. Let's take it apart. Now, the most thing that people interact with the Kirby is going to be the quad head, changing the belts and stuff like that. That's the part I think out of every thing with this machine, I think this is the part that frustrate the most people, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, this part have driven people to probably even give away the machine. Okay. And if it's not done right, it won't clean right. Okay. So if you have someone said, "Ah, man, that Kirby don't clean," it's, you know, like, but most likely they're using it without the belt. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I recommend, if you're an owner of one of these units, that you change the belt twice a year if you use it often. Okay, so don't wait till the belt breaks. Okay, this is probably not something I would tell you to just don't ignore the belt. If you want this machine to really clean the way it's supposed to, you change that belt at least twice a year. I would recommend that for sure. And then the next thing is the other thing that you interact with a lot is the bag. Okay, and I would tell you that don't let that bag just get so heavy that the moment you put it in the upright position, the damn thing falls back. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Those of you out there know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, because they bring the machines in here, right? And the damn thing is like 100 pounds, you know? And now all of it is dirt in the bag. I mean, at least I can tell you that the machine cleans, okay? So let's do this. Let me go through taking this thing apart. If someone has to work on this themselves, what would you need to know? Okay, so this young lady said that it's the one machine that she believes she can work on. So a lot of companies may make these machines almost like they're hiding the way in. They're hiding the design. It's not, I don't think it's on purpose. I think the designs, they try to make it so sleek that everything is hidden. They have clips and you can't find the screws. And if you kind of get in there, you're gonna break something if you're gonna open it. I mean, you know, a lot of them are like that. I think they're just trying to make it look very sleek. Okay. If there's a company who's, you know, don't care, or is just trying to get, you know, they'll be found out eventually. The market is not really too forgiving when it comes to that because people will just not buy your product. Okay, so let's assume that they have good intentions, and it's the way they design it. They went for sleekness, okay, over accessibility. How's that? Okay, so let's go. Take this belt off. Okay, the way I do this, and it's going to be a repeat for some people who already know my channel, who's visited me before. Let me just kind of tilt my camera a little bit here so I can kind of stay focused. I don't have to keep doing this, you know, or that. The way I do this, so if you want to change this Kirby belt and you want to keep the memory in your head that you don't forget it, just think about fishing, okay? That's how I do it. I just think about fishing, right? Because I think it's simple. Catch and release. Catch, release, catch, release, catch, release. Because this color coding here can confuse a lot of people, this red and green, okay? I want you to think about this when it comes to the Kirby also. They haven't changed much on this machine. It's the same, except the red and green, you didn't have this in the 70s. I think this started in the 80s, this red arrow, green arrow, okay? But it was I got to catch the belt before I put it on the machine, and then after I lock it in, I release the belt. That's kind of the mentality, all right? But people thinking, all right, the red arrow means that it's on, the green arrow means that it's on, the red arrow means that it's off, or whatever it is. And the way to understand this, see, this is belt off, belt on, right? Okay, the belt off, belt on only pertains to the quad head when it's on the Kirby. Okay? It only works. This belt on, this imagery only works properly when it's on the Kirby. Because right now, it's belt on. The problem is, if I didn't go through the process in the first place, this can mislead me. This is what I mean. Watch this. Right now, the belt is on. Like, for real. And then in order for me to get this head off properly, I would have to take the belt off. That means what I just did is I took the belt off of the shaft here. Okay? That's belt off. That means the belt is in this position, okay? And it's not on the shaft anymore, but it's on the hook. So when people see this and they see the hook, they're thinking, well, the belt is on the hook. Why does it say belt off? It's on the hook. So I think I'm doing it wrong. So let me go to belt on, but it's not on the hook. What am I doing wrong, right? You see that? So this can really confuse some folks if you're kind of coming from it from that point of view, okay? But if you think about it as catch and release, in my mind, I'm saying, well, before I put this head on, I need to catch the belt. So let me catch the belt with the hook. I caught the belt. Now, I'm going to put it on the machine, okay? Lock it in. And then I'm going to release the belt so I can clean. So now I'm going to release. Okay? You see that? Is that cool? So now, let me give you a visual of what's happening inside the what's happening with the shaft and the belt, okay? So the shaft spins. And when the shaft spins, which is the fan, generate all that suction, and you know, when the shaft spins, if the belt, let me give you this, if the belt is on, right, it's when it's hooked, it's belt off. The belt sits like this. It's not touching the shaft. And when you release it, the belt sits like this. Now it's on the shaft. So every time the shaft moves, it turns the belt, and the belt turns the brush, and the brush is now beating the carpet. Okay? And when I do the belt off, the hook catches the belt and lifts it up. Now it's belt off. Now it's belt off. That's how it works. Okay? So belt on is sitting like this. Belt off, the hook catches the belt and lifts it up. Okay? Now watch this. If I try to take the head off with belt on, like belt on, and I try to take the head off, it's clutching the shaft, right? So watch what happens. It's not going to move anywhere. See? It's still tight. Okay? But if I wanted to just fall right off, I have to catch the belt, so it lifts the belt off the shaft, and the moment I unlock it, the head will just fall forward. Watch. Because the belt is not it's not clutching to the shaft anymore. See that? Is that cool? All right. Hold on. Let me slide over, guys, because I'm probably not going to be able to see much of the comments and all that stuff yet, but let me see if I can just glance at it a little bit. So if someone is there, I can say what's up to you guys. I can give you a big up this early morning. Okay, big up. All right. Let me see if no one's there. No one's there. It's all right. Okay. Because I'm still going to do what I have to do, whether someone's looking or not. And I'm going to do what I have to do, whether I feel like it or not. That is how you stay committed to your task. All right, guys. So now that we've established that, I think I have many videos on the channel about this, guys. So if you need to kind of really get into the belt stuff, just go through my playlist and you'll see like Kirby tips and you'll find that. But so now, what are some of the things that can happen to this machine? Because everything man-made can break, of course, right? What are some of the things that can happen to this machine that you may want to get involved in, right? Where you don't call a shop for. There's a couple of things, right, that you can do at home, especially even if you're not, a savvy person when it comes to mechanics and things like that, right? If you're not down with tools, etc., right? But you don't want to pay for everything that you're doing, right? And I'll accept the business and I'll take the money, but at the same time, my mission, my ministry, right? I'm here trying to save people money, trying to help people, trying to give people information. Hopefully, it can better your life, especially if things get a little tighter, right? So, that's that. All right. So, let's say, for example, you do have to change this belt. What do you do? All right. Well, because I'm gonna move into this section here, but I just want to get this out the way. Get this part again, the part that people deal with the most. I want to kind of get out the way, right? So, what do you do? Well, if I need to change this belt, I'm just gonna lock this back here, right? I'm gonna lock this. This comes right off. Again, very serviceable. But if you know it, you're not gonna feel like a victim anymore, because a lot of people buy these machines and they don't use a shampooer. They don't use, and I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming you if you're the person. They don't use the shampoo. They don't use the hose. They don't use nothing, because like I said, listen, I'm not gonna even touch this, man. I'm just gonna turn it on and vacuum. But you spent $2,000 on this thing, okay? So I want you to know everything that you can use this for, because it'll be a waste of money, right? So here we go. So I want to change this. Now this belt doesn't need changing if you look at it. Let me see something. I'm gonna excuse myself here a little bit, guys, because I want to get a belt. I do want to change this belt now that I'm at it. but yeah. Let me change the belt. Sorry for pulling away for a second, guys. I want to change the belt. I want to put a better belt on it, but I also want to have you see the difference between the belts, why it is important that you change the belts. You see the size difference? Okay. Which one of these you think would be a better vacuuming experience? I'm going to take the answer from you, and I'm just going to tell you this one. Okay. I'm just going to tell you this one. This is the one. All right. So that's why I say don't wait until the don't just leave it on there. Change it twice a year. The belts are what? $4 a piece. Grab a belt. Make the investment. All right. Because carpets cost more money, right? So now we're going to slide the belt on. Okay. And if you have anything in here, crud or whatever, just clean it out, right? Okay. And then I'm going to put it back in. Now, even if you had it all turned around and topsy-turvy, right? How do you get it back into place without saying, oh my God, I forgot where I forgot the placements. Don't worry about forgetting the placements. You see this little thing right here? Okay. This is going to fit on the side with this little copper indicator, the sensor. Okay, this is I should be better at these names. I'll be perfectly honest with you. You know what? Let's not even guess. I hate that. Piss me off. How long I've been with this, working with these machines, and I'm still messing with these names. There's some things your brain just don't hold because it's not. It was never. It's like, what do I need to know that for? But you know what? If someone may just need to order one of these, then it'll be messed up if I didn't give you the right information. So let me pull this up. I'm gonna go to my little site here, and it's amazing how this site has helped me with something as simple as this. I don't even get paid by these guys, but I'm still using them. Let me pull this over here, and let me show you. Let me see if I can shrink this. I think I have it. I have it too much. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. So I go to Parts Warehouse, right? They have good schematics. If you have vacuum cleaners, you want to find parts and stuff like that. Now, obviously, I sell parts too on my site, but these guys right now, they're kicking my butt with the schematics. I haven't taken the time to do all this stuff. This would be, this is definitely something I want to do to my website to give people schematics for this stuff. But until then, let's use these guys, all right? So let me see. Let's scroll all the way down to the quad head, okay? Let's scroll all the way down to the quad. That's what this is called. The technical name for this thing is the quad head. You can call it vacuum head. That's perfectly okay. All right, here we go. All right, let's see if they found the parts for this. Where is it? What's number 21? Is this it right here? It looks like it because it looks weird. This looked like it, number 21, 22, 21, 22. Let's see if we can find it. 21, 22. No. That's not it. That's not number 10. Let me see. What's number 10? Power switch screw. No. It's like a light indicator, but I swear they use a different name for it. Hold on. Performance. Okay, here we go. All right, number 19. Let me move this over so you can see it. Sorry that Oh, come on. Let me move it over so you can see it. All right, bam. It's called a brush performance indicator sensor assembly. Holy cow, what a name. Okay. What a name, man. So if you have to replace that, that's the name. That's the name. Look at that's the part number. Hold on, let me translate it over. That's the part number right there. Okay. All right, and let's see what these things normally would run. Give you what it runs, and then we'll move on. All right, let me see. Yeah, $13, right? Let me get back down here again, and I have to shrink this again, so I have it too big. My screen. Yeah, there we go. That's good. I could do that. Bam, 1309. That's what And if you notice, now this is the next thing I want to show you guys. Look at the top of that. It says here BPI unit. Okay, BPI, acronym brush performance indicator, right? Makes sense. I'm gonna have that in my head. From the Kirby G3 to the Avalier. Okay, so what does that tell you? Is that this part is interchangeable with the Kirby going back to 1990. Okay, it's I'll be honest with you, man. Look, I have my own issues with the Kirby company and their warranty system and all that stuff. I have my own personal issues with it. I just can't knock the machine and the commitment that they had to keep this design simple. Okay, it's a complicated design and simple at the same time because it's a modular system. You can fit all these things around it. The main unit is the brain of the Kirby is the body. The little this section right here. This is the brain. Okay, the heart, the brain, everything. Okay, without this little guy right here, nothing else happens. And you can build probably about 13 different units around this machine: compressor, canister, portable deep cleaner, um, vacuum, upright vacuum, straight suction vacuum, polisher, like a little buffering machine. Then they hook up stuff like, they used to have stuff to cut your hair. They have knife sharpeners. They got like Dremel style stuff. They got a shampooer. They used to have a carpet fluffer. They, Now they have the Avaliers come with a like a mopping, a felt brush mop that you can mop stuff with. So, there's a lot you can do with the machine. Now, are people going to use all of it? No, right? But again, like I said, I'm giving them props for the fact that they've kept the machine where the handle can fit all the way going back to 1990. You can change just about every single part with a G3 and an Avalier. They can all swap out. Okay, and there's only minor differences. When I say minor, like the brush, let me swap it out. So you can see this way, if you get stuck, I'm not bragging on the machine. Trust me, guys. This is not the case. I'm just telling you that if you have one, okay, this is from 2000. I can tell you the exact date. If you ever want to know the exact date that your Kirby was made, right? You look on the side here, and there's some numbers etched in here, okay? And this one was made the year 2000, okay? January, I believe it's the 12th, okay? And my memory is kind of screwed up on that, but I believe it's the 12th. Let me get another Kirby so I can compare that. I got. Okay, this one here, 05, May, August, the 8th. Okay, so 2005, May 8th. So in this one, then, this would be 2000, right? Then it would be November 22nd. Oh, so 2000, November 22nd. So the first letter, I think, is the factory they made it out of. I think the first number. Then the next two is the year. And then the next two is a month. And the next two numbers is the date. It was manufactured. I think that's how they did it. But either way, this is from 2000. All right. This here can fit on that Kirby there, which is from 2005, which can fit on the Avalier. Now, the new Platinum has like a different lighting, they've made a couple of little changes. Nothing that's going to really make it where it's so different that you just can't, it's like, oh my God, it's so different that I can't do nothing. No, you could take the bag from an Avalier and put it on a thing. All right, let me show you real quick. Okay, so this is the Avalier Platinum, the newest one here. The one below it is, I believe it's Avalier 2 with the blue. I don't know why they said that one was platinum. And then I can go to a G6 like I have here on the table. If you notice, like I said, the changes are very, very superficial. Like the handle has a little cutout of the handle, but the base of the handle, both handles fit the same way. This handle, the base, they all have the same base. So every single handle can fit in every single generation Centuria Avalier. They all will fit the same. Okay, so something happened to your handle, you find one on eBay, you say, man, just give me I don't care the color, just give me a handle. It fits. Pop it in. Okay? Same thing with the brushes. Now, this is what I was telling you about the brushes, so let me continue with that. Because if you go with the what do you call that? The G6, excuse me. Look at the G6, right? The Avalier is right next to, can I move that over? Let me see if I can move it over for you guys. Oh, no, I'm in the wrong screen. In the wrong screen. Okay, who is the G? I was trying to get the Avalier versus the G6. It's fine, but this is the G6, and I just don't have a side by side. But you get what I'm saying, guys. I'm not gonna belabor the point, but you get what I'm saying. All right, all right. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. All right, so I can show you. Can I show you this? Let's see if I can show you this. No, you can't see this. It's fine. Just imagine it. No, because it's allowing me to show the browser. It's not. I have like an app on my computer here, and it's not allowing me to show the app. It's just allowing me to show the browser. Well, you never know. Let me see something. Let me try it. No, it won't let me show it. That's okay. That's all right. Okay. Why I gotta verify it's me? This is crazy. I'm in the middle of shooting and it's asking me to verify it's me. All right. Let me go back to the overhead. All right, so here we go, guys. Let me continue. All right, so here we go. Now, the next thing with these, you at the ends, you have they're numbered. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1 is when the brush is failing you. 2, the brush is worn down. And how do you tell that? Well, if it looks half of what you remembered, how's that? Okay. If I'm what? Okay, I would like to say 6, but I'm really 5'11". It's a guy thing, I want to say 6. Let's say I was 6 feet, and I'm half of that. Then yeah, you would say something's wrong, right? Okay. So if you look at these guys here, thank you, and then it looks half of that, right? Or maybe a quarter of the way down. Then you would change it to 2. Okay. And if it's at the very nub, like a all the way down, like it's like that much left, then you would put it on 3, and probably you want to buy a brush. You want to buy a new brush. You don't want to keep cleaning like that. But this is what it's for. It's to keep the brush alive. So now this little black magnet here, let me make sure it's on 1. 1 is facing up. You can do the same thing for this. 1 is facing up. Okay. Here we go. The one notch is facing up. This little magnet here, every time it spins, it rotates. This copper, the magnet in the copper, right? It generates a light. Very clever on these Kirby guys to do that. And this light will let you know that the brush is doing its job. And every time you put the vacuum on the carpet, if the light shuts off, then you know for a fact that, hey, man, this belt needs to change. But it doesn't happen all of a sudden, guys. You start seeing it over a period of time. You're vacuuming, and now you have to adjust it. You got to raise it up off the carpet a little bit, and it flutters. Like you hear like a real sharp humming sound, like like it's about to clean, like. And then one day you put it on the carpet, and it goes, like it's, and then you start smelling smoke. You're like, burnt rubber. You're like, oh, something's going on. And naturally what we do, we just raise up off the carpet and just keep moving. And then we We never even bothered to change the belt. And then all of a sudden we now adjust to the new way of cleaning. So instead of putting it down to that level, we raise it up one, just so we can get some more life out of that belt. I tell you, don't do that. Just get another belt. Okay? All right? Anyway, now we went through the whole how to put it on and how to take it off and all that good stuff. Let's put this to the side. What else might you have to deal with? Of course, changing your bag. That's not the biggest thing, bag changes. But you know what? I'll be honest with you, people do have problems with that. So let me break this down. Let me look at my bag, because people do have problems with it. But because it's a thing. Now there are two types of if you have a new Kirby, it's fairly simple. I think they simplified it. The new Kirby there's a clip, and you just kind of just snap it in. You put it on, you snap it in. The older Kirby's is still a twist. Now the new bags fit both older styles like this. That's a twist. The new white bags, right? This is a twist. So what you would do is you would insert. Oh, here you go. You would insert. See this little cutout right here? You just make sure you slide it over where this notch is right there. And once you slide it over, because it's going to be like on the side. Let me do it down here. It's going to be on the side. Once you kind of make sure that they go in, then you twist it and lock it. And that's how you put your bag on. All right. The newer style is simpler. You just kind of pop it in and snap it in. But you have to clip it to make sure that the bag don't fall off, because that's the big. You don't want that, man. I've seen it many times where people have been vacuuming for months, thinking that the bag is on and the whole thing fill up with dirt. They bring it to me. They say, "Hey, wait, just service my Kirby. Take a look at it." I'm like, "All right, no problem." Give them a clean check, and then I'm going to and open it, and all the dirt falls out. I'm like, damn it! You should have told me. Oh man, you should have told me, man. Damn. All right. Next up, what else you'll encounter if you have one of these machines? Because again, like I said, they're built to last, and they're built that most people can actually work on it if they try. I have a video of how to replace the axle. If sometimes people drop the machine and the wheels break, the axle break off. I have a video on my channel for that. You can go look it up. Replace the shaft. But what you would have to probably do maybe is change your cord. Okay, you may have to change your cord. All right. You don't have to bring it into a shop to change your cord. I'll do it, but I'm gonna have to charge you for it. I'm gonna charge you for the cord, right? But if you want to change your cord at home, get yourself a T20 torque screw, right? Hold on, I gotta confirm this, man. This I don't know why it's asking me to do this. Give me a second, guys. I keep getting mad at the spammers and the hackers for putting me through this extra steps I always got to be making getting onto these things. You got to go through your phone. You got to get an authenticator, and I'm like, guys, man, if you just go to work, you stop scamming people. We wouldn't have to keep. Now, I guarantee you, soon we're gonna have to do Well, no, we still do that now with the iPhones, right? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, all right. This is my little rant. I have my rants once in a while. Okay. Next up. All right. Next up. I take off. I get my screws out. All right. You can get the body comes right off. If you ever have to polish this, man, you can polish it really simple. I use let me leave it on here because it won't move properly. So this is what I do, right? If somebody want to do it themselves, they can. They can get a liquid called Flitz, all right? It's like a paste. Or you can get stuff from, I'm sorry, Oh, here it is. You can get something like this to keep the Kirby shining. Yeah. You know, looking, if you want. Now, what's good about doing that, and I keep telling my guys about that. One of the reasons why you probably should focus on um, polishing your machines or keep your vacuums clean is because when we leave them to be dirty, we then the tendency is that we're not servicing it like home kit. We're not like checking out belts. We're not checking filters because we just vacuum and put in the closet, vacuum, put in the closet, vacuum, put in the closet or the garage, whatever. And then they start to get dirty and nasty, and we just plug them in, vacuum, put them. That's a sign that we're not caring for it. Okay, because you spend money on it. So if you create a habit, it don't have to be every day. It could be once every month, whatever. And just try to just look around your cleaner, just like you do your car. You know what I mean? You don't really mess with your car motor and stuff like that, but it's good to just pay attention to these things, right? Now I do this. It's psychological, guys. If you take care of it, you tend to find things that's going wrong before it becomes an actual service issue. Okay, that's all. It's psychological. All right, I'm just going to use this little paper towel here. Just kind of work this. You could use a cloth is better. Okay, a cloth or some kind of polishing thing. Fabric that they use. Mesh, microfiber, or whatever. You could use something for that. I'm just doing this for the sake of this. Now, if you want to go a step further, okay, now I just applied it. I didn't really polish it yet because the first is application. Here it is here, right? First is to apply it. The next is to kind of buff it, right? Now you can buff it with your hand. You can kind of really get into it like that, right? Or you can try one of these. You can go to Lowe's or Home Depot. Get a drill, right? Hold on. And get one of these kind of little things here. Okay. You get one that's a little fluffy, and you get one that's kind of stiff, like this. This is a stiff one. Okay. You see all the treads? Oh, shit. Sorry. You see all the treads here? Okay. That means it's very tight. And, if you don't have a buffing machine, if you don't have like the buffing machine that looks like a grinder with two wheels on both sides. That's what I use in the back. All right. And but if I just want to do a quick little tap, I would get something like this out. Okay. And I would just let's say I just want to do something like this real quick. Let me show you. Now I do it in the direction like I am screwing in something. So it's turning to the right. Okay. That's the direction I do. Like it's turning to the right. This is my right over here. So it's turning to the right. So then now when it turns to the right, here's a trick on this. When it's turned to the right, then you can work on the left edge with no problem, right? But if you hit the right edge, it wants to pop. So you would keep it like this. Do that, and then move your way to the middle. So I'm gonna show you what happens if I go too far over here, right? It's trying to switch me this way, okay? So if you want to work this end, you can reverse it and have it move the other way. And watch how if I change the direction. So now I can move this side with no problem. Okay? But then if I work on this side, it's going to be an issue. So you just gotta play with it a little bit, all right? But you see, all of a sudden the shine is already coming back on this thing, right? By using this little buffer thing here. You don't have to do it. You can just use the cloth just to maintain it. But I'll tell you, I'm not going to be able to show you today, but I'm going to tell you what I do to take the scratches out, okay? All right, hold on. Now, guys, if you do use something like this, it's messy. This is messy. This is a messy thing. That means you would want to have a mask on. You would want to have something that the clothes that you're not going to really want to, wear that day because it's going to get little fibers and stuff like that all over your clothes. So that's if you're serious about it, or maybe you want to sell it online or something, and you just kind of want to polish it before you sell it or something like that. Maybe or someone who's just into it. There are people who just love to shine up their chrome stuff, and this is just something you can do, and that's it. But you can see the difference between the sides already, okay, and the top. All right. So this little act right here. Now, I can do the same fairly well doing it this way. Okay. So if you notice, like this side, right, is closer to the middle than this side is, right? And not necessarily because of the light, golly, but the light will mess up how it looks for you guys. But let me see if I can turn it. Can I tilt it? But you see what I'm talking about. Now, if I clean it, I'm trying to do it in such a way where you can actually see the difference. Okay, let me do this side here real quick. All right. Okay. So you can use your hand with this polisher flitz, and you can maintain that shine on your Kirby if that's what you want, right? Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Sweet. Voila. Cool. Sweet. All right. Next. All right. So that's that. That's this little part. Now, what I do to get rid of the scratches, see these scratches here, is I get a sander. Believe it or not. Look how deep these scratches are. Hold on. Let me see if you can see it. See these scratches here? Here you go. They're real deep. Okay. And so let's say I was trying to sell this thing, right? These scratches, because it's probably gonna not make it look too good. What I would do is get a sander. I get a sander. I'll start with maybe 180 grit. Then I'll go to maybe 300, 400, 320, I think, 320, 180, 320, 400. You could do it like that. That's fair enough. If you go to 6, that's even better. All right. And it's the same method people use when they're cleaning the light headlights. Okay. If you notice, if you ever bought one of those kits to clean the headlights, they have you hook it up to a drill. Okay. And you start with a low grit, and kind of take all of that pollution, yellowy stuff off the headlight. Then they put it to a higher grit, probably 800, 900,000, whatever. And then they'll go up all the way to like 3,000, right? Where it's more like a filtered pad or something. And by that time, they're ready to kind of buff it out. Okay, so I do the same thing with this. I start with 180. I used to have to start with 80 because some of the gashes were so deep that you literally had to remove a lot of the aluminum off the surface to get down to where now you don't see scratches anymore. That's really what you're doing. You're just evening out. Now, there's no putty you can paste on it. I don't know, maybe someone figured it out. That you could paste to fill in the gaps. So I haven't tried something like that, like filling in the gaps and then wait until they dry and then buffing it out. I haven't tried anything like that. I don't know if that even exists. But I shave it. It's really shaving it down, okay, and then making it a smaller grit, making the little swirls or the little, the marks thinner, and then thinner, and then thinner, and then I can just buff it out. Okay, so it's a little bit of work. If that doesn't mean nothing to you, it's like I don't care. I don't care if we got scratches, man. then don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, next up. Next up. What else can I do? Okay, by myself. Change the cord. So you really don't need any major operation for this here. You get your drill, backup drill. Get your drill. Get a T20. Okay, remove this out of the way. Remove your old cord. Now what you're gonna do? You're gonna pull this tab. You're gonna pull it towards the front a little bit, and then out. So front and then out, because of this little notch here is designed to hold it in. All right. This is sitting underneath the black thing here. This is sitting underneath this. So that's the idea of this. It holds it in like that. And this comes right out. Your cord. Okay. And then now this is broken. This is broken. This is supposed to be like this. This is broken. See that? This is broken. This is supposed to be on like that. Now, the funny thing about it, the cord is still functional. It's just that it won't lock into the. Let me show you what I mean. So let's say you put the new cord in, right? You got the new cord. Okay. Now, if it's an Avalier, it'll be a different setup. The Avalier cords have like a butterfly look, all right? And then you put it on the side of the machine here. These older cords, they get anchored into this section right here. Okay, so we put this on like so, and it would actually like sit like this, you know. It would sit like that, right? And then you will put this on, right? Okay, make sure everything sits properly, and then you put your screw in, and it locks it in. So now your cord, the new cord, get my hand out the way. Your new cord is now, you just replace the cord. That's it. That's how that works, okay? All right, but this is, now some of you probably have your cords like this. If you don't want to replace a cord, right, this is probably what I would recommend, okay? If you don't want to have to replace the cord, and because your cord is broken like this, I left this stuff at home, look at that. I would recommend this, all right? Let me show you what I mean. Okay, this is designed, see all these little hooks here? Can you see it? Hold on. See the hook here? And then up top, it's really designed to stop you from yanking your cord so you don't keep, you know, every time you recline and you vacuum, you yank the cord and you can mess up your power switch and your electrical, the connection between the cord and here. So if you want, you can still anchor it. You know, you can make it an anchor. I mean, I've done it. I've done hooks. I've used zip ties, man. I've done stuff to tie this in to keep it from moving, because you don't want, you know, that this little error right here mess up your entire cord. It for me, it's like, come on, damn it, this one little thing here, it caused I have to replace my whole cord now because I didn't use my head, you know. You know, I mean, I ignored the signs, right? So let me show you what I would do if you want to use a zip tie. This is really simple little zip tie thing. You should probably get a smaller one than this, but this is fine, all right? Watch what I would do. If I had this problem, right, and this was broken, right, the clamp, I would literally put this through here. Hold on. Let me remove this handle so you can see what I'm doing. This is just a hack. You know, you don't have to. You can buy a new cord. But I would put this through here like this. You get closer. I'll put this through here like this. Wrap it around the cord itself. This hard section that's still here. Look at this. Let me show you. And I'll make sure that I catch the section that still have that heavy, that heavy cast, because it's still going to be on there. That cast will still be here. And I just close this up like this. Worst case scenario, right? This happened to you, and you're like, damn it, I hate the cord is, and every time my son uses it, and he keeps yanking on it, right? I would do this, and then you cut this, okay? And then you put the screw back in. By that time, you can put the screw back in. Hold on. Let me make sure this is on here. Okay? You put the screw back in, and watch this. Right? It don't look pretty, but you kept your cord from moving by putting the zip tie through that thing there and hold it like that. Yeah, Kirby cord is about $50, right? So if it holds you over for the summer, you know what I'm saying? You just let it ride for a few, and then you change your cord. I think by the time you start doing stuff like this, it's probably time to change the cord. I'll be perfectly honest with you. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. If you got to start wrapping up your cord with tape, that's probably time to change the cord. It's probably a good idea. Okay. All right. So let's move on, man. We got this part. Okay. That's our cord. Now, what else may you have to deal with? Well, most of you probably are not going to go inside. All right, honestly. But there is something that happened to a lot of people that they may not know how simple it is to fix. Let me show you what I mean. Have you ever noticed, some of you, where this thing is like really rocky? Now this already has a little shake. Okay? But if you're not careful, it can be really like shaky, like almost like it's going left and right, right? It's because this is loose. These screws here are loose. Okay? And all you really have to do is take your cover off and zip. I think it's a T25. I think this is a T25, the size. What's this? This is a what? This is a T. Holy cow, man. Come on now. I can see this. Golly. All right. Let me try it. Yep, that's the T25. Okay, and you just have to tighten it. Okay, and you go in, tighten this thing up, tighten that up, bam. All of a sudden, now you're still, like I said, you're still gonna have a little rocky because it's a circle. Okay, it's a circle, and what it sits on is a clamp that locks it in. That's why you push this button in the back to release your handle. Push this little circular button. So it's circle on the outside. It's also circle on the inside, and this is a circle, half circle, and it locks. Okay, you press the circle, and then it pulls it right up. Now, what you don't do is lean it back and try to pull it out. It won't come out. Okay, it's not going to come out like this. It has to be resting like this. Okay, press the button, pull it straight up. Okay. All right. That's how you do that. Is that cool? All right. So this is something that you can do. You take the two screws out and you lift it up. You cement that. All right. What else is if you're adventurous? If you're adventurous, you can go a little further. Now, like I said, what's good about it is that they made this machine. If you learn how to fix a G3, let's say you had an old Kirby, it's the same thing on the Avalier. It's no different. Everything is the same. Okay, the belt change is the same. The belt hook, it looks different because of the round circle in the front for design's sake and looking sleek, but the function is still the same. We still catch release. All right. The transmission is exactly the same. I can put this transmission inside of Avalier. I can put this inside of the one I have here, which is a diamond, and I can put the diamond inside of here, and I could put this inside of a G3. Same thing, all the same, okay? The only difference is that this gear might be a different size back here, and the gears, which can come out. So let me show you. Now, a lot of people are not going to go this far in, but hey, if you want to learn, right? So let's do it. All right, so now let's say I want to change my truck. Now the wheels you might do yourself, right? Because the wheels, some of the old Kirbys, the wheels would get worn out, and you may just want to buy wheels. That's easy to do. Okay, all right. This is not hard. Let me show the wheels first before I go in and take this off. You know what? I could do the wheel afterwards. It's all right. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It doesn't make a difference. Here, let's take this out. Let's take this out. These are T20s, by the way. All right. Monday morning. Some of you might be watching on your way to work. This guy's fixing a Kirby. What the hell I'm doing watching this guy fixing a Kirby? It's fine, man. If you're just hanging in here, just that's cool. I appreciate the two people that decide to tune in. Okay, it's cool. But what's good though about a video like this is that it's gonna be around, and people are gonna have issues with Kirby's, and they'll find it, and it'll serve somebody. So thanks for tuning in anyway. We were talking about this last week that these can break, these hooks here, and then you'll notice that your the step is loose, and it's just doesn't have the connection to turn the machine on. You have to kind of sometimes hit it 2 or 3 times. Sometimes this is the simple little thing right here, this tiny little thing. This will break, and you can just buy one of these and put it on. Now this you can do yourself, believe it or not. This is not a hard thing to do. Watch. You see this little hook right here? Okay, where's it at? Damn it. Sorry, you can't see it. Here you go. This little hook right, this just hooks into here like this. And you just snap it in. Bam, change. Done. Then you get your cover, you put it back on. Fix it. See how simple that was? Just take this 1, 2, 2. Boom, take the screws out, take off your scuff plate, and take this old one off. Okay, pull it out, keep the little rod for your power switch, and slide the new one on, and you're good to go. Okay, all right. Now let's change out the transmission. Let's say you really have to change this out, right? You went on, you bought a new one. They're about how much? 150 or something. Where's Parts Warehouse at? Let's chat real quick. I think it's 150. I haven't checked this in a while. What they retail for? I think it's about 151, something like that. Here we go. Drive. Switch it over so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is a tech drive. This is the entire tech drive, right? The entire tech drive is about 145. Okay, I wasn't that far off. Shit, sorry about that, guys. Let me slide this over. Okay, here we go. The entire tech drive is 145. Okay. In some places may have it for 160, 180, whatever, but it's not going to be much more than 145. All right, about that much. And it comes with everything. But guess what? Sometimes you only need this. Sometimes you only need this. Now, what is that? Okay. Well, thank you for asking. Let me show you. This is this. Number 19 and number 16. Normally, these two things you want to buy together because sometimes the metal would wear down on number 16. But let's find them, though. Let's find them on the list. All right, so number 16 is the neutral pedal, drive pedal, bracket cam assembly. Look at these names, right? Let me put it back into view, guys. Give me a second. My apologies for that. Damn it. You know what? Let me shrink this whole thing because this is like... I'm changing this because I'm using this format, the vertical format. So a lot of things, everything is a little bit It's a little different for me. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, so number 16, right? So if I hit the price on this, number 16, okay, it's $9.32 for this little piece. Okay. If I get you the neutral drive assembly, it is 28 maybe. Okay, 28, 29, because I've changed a lot of these. So that this price I know. All right. So rather than replace the entire tech drive, you may only have to replace this, and I would recommend replacing this also. Okay, replacing the number 16 and number 19. Okay, now I sell these, so if anyone needs to buy one of these, you can go to my website, monroevacuums.com. Obviously, Parts Warehouse is there too. I'm not selfish. I use these guys to get my schematics a lot, and I wouldn't want to, act as if, you know, they're not a good source. All right, so now maybe the reason why you would want to replace the transmission is inside this transmission. Let me show you. Let me see if I can move it for you guys. Give me a second. Let me come down here. All right. Okay. Let me bring it even closer to you. Inside this transmission, okay. Now this is the belt. See that belt right there? Okay, that I just highlighted. That is this belt right here. Okay. Oh, that's this belt. Ow. Ow. Golly, I was talking to David the other day about back, and out of the blue, man. Holy cow! If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm going through right now. Out of the blue, like, it's like, what just happened? Oh man! Ah, yes. Boy, oh boy, oh boy! I tell you, I guess they tell me I got to stretch every morning, and I try, and I try to stretch. Sometimes you just rush out the house and don't stretch, and your body would tell you, "Oh yeah, you forgot to stretch, buddy." You're like, ow, ow. Anyway, hey, that's something else. There's a belt inside of this transmission that they don't sell, and it keep these gears going on the inside of the transmission. They're gears. They're three large gears, and there's a belt that connects them all. So really, the Kirby has three belts. You have the main belt that you use all the time for your brush. You have your transmission gear belt that connects the motor to the transmission, and then you have the belt inside the transmission that keep things going. And that's probably the reason why some people would literally just have to replace the transmission. Okay, but for most cases, all you have to do is replace the pedal. So let me show you how to do that if you're interested. Okay. All right. Let me scroll back down here. All right. Fairly simple, right? So let's drop the transmission just like the mechanic guys do, right? I don't have a lift, so I'm just gonna lift it up myself. And when I do that, I want you to see what, like I said, the belt is connected. See that belt? So I'm gonna have to loosen the belt. See that? Let me get this out of the way because it's making me have to operate a little further away from here. All right, so let me get this. Move this guy up here. All right, how's that? Right there in the middle. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let's move this belt off. Right. Okay, and it comes right out. Now make sure it's on dry when you pull it out, because let me show you why. When it's on neutral, right? The assembly, the neutral drive pedal, the cam assembly. I think someone's going to be here in a second, guys. Give me one moment, okay? The cam assembly sticks out, okay? And you move it out the way. Shoot. See? So when it sticks out, it's blocking the exit. So you have to push it in dry for it. Hold on, let me make sure. Give me a second, guys. 1 second. Hi. How you doing, dude?
Alrighty. Do you, what is the better vacuum cleaner for a carpet? I can't afford a Rainbow. So I bought a Serena a few years ago.
Yeah.
But I've had it a number of years. It's been a good, it's a pretty good vacuum. I think I'm seeing sometimes the connection's not as good, like where you put the hose into the vacuum itself.
Yeah.
Because when you move it,
keep going. I'll be right there. I'm just gonna fix something here.
Sometimes you have to move it again.
Right.
To get it to suck up the crud.
For the connection. Wow. Huh.
Yeah. And then I know where the cords go. The cords are looking thin, where the black part has worn off and you just got the cord.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, are you looking? How's this? Are you looking to see if it can be fixed or something like that, or you just kind of want to move it?
Yeah, they bring it in.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Are you looking for a lightweight vacuum?
Yes.
Okay.
One that's really, let's see, it's got to have HEPA because that is supposed to be better for asthma type stuff.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. The asthma specialist, that was the vacuum they suggested you get with the HEPA filter.
Right.
That is supposed to be better. And I see you've got, Rainbow.
Yeah. Now, the one thing about the Rainbow is that it with the water, it
makes it heavier.
Yeah, but they still seem to need a filter in the back also. That's what it happens. They have the water. Yeah, they have the water that goes in, and then it's really supposed to stop in the water.
Right.
But then it's still heavy.
Yeah, I don't think my Rainbow, I don't think I ever knew that because I don't recall.
Well, if it was if it's the old ones from the 90s or 80s, then they don't have that. But the kind of 2000 models, they can't.
The filter.
Yeah.
Okay, what is a Rainbow today? Just for curiosity.
About 3,000.
3,000.
Yeah.
What is this new Serena?
About 900.
Oh, I think I paid 8. So
Yeah.
that's not one of them.
Not a whole lot.
No.
Not a whole lot.
Okay. And,
No, we still sell the Serenas. We can still order those.
right.
But you can see the big difference between the two. If you had it for 10 years, I mean, yes.
I'm guessing
Yeah.
because it's been a good while.
Yeah.
But it seems to me most people are going to wood floors.
Yeah.
So they're not buying vacuums like they used to.
Not the same. A lot of stick vacuums.
Yes.
Okay. And robot vacuums. Yeah. Yeah. Like this one over here.
Yeah.
That stick vacuum. A lot of people are using this basic
Get up the crud off the
stick
floor.
vacuum. This moving is easy, light, easy to charge,
Yeah.
and no big deal.
Right.
Right, in and out. And this is kind of, if you've got a big squeeze here, try that. Right?
Oh, no.
And it's just real simple, no stress.
Did you have, I would talk ugly about those floors. If you have the floors, I would call it the cheap floor. That's probably what
The
this
laminate?
is.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
If you have that, it
Right.
seems to me that if you wear socks on it, your socks are black. Have you not seen that?
Yeah, it just, with dust and with this constant, it's just flowing in and staying down with it. It's
Yeah.
every time you walk on it. So you can't avoid that stuff. With the carpet, the dirt is just
Down in the
collected.
carpet. Yeah.
It's staying there forever. And then when it's on the floor, you just have to.
Because I have had carpet replaced, and I was amazed at the dirt and dust that was on the floor.
Well, honestly, what I would recommend if you gotta go with hard floors, something like this, and then something like this. I mean, two different types. This is more like a mop and a vacuum. Yeah, this is a mop and a vacuum. You notice the brushes are like this.
Mhm.
Feel the brush.
Like a painting brush.
Right, and then it has a little bit of the sweeping action here. So this has two jobs. And then if you wanted to kind of mist, just put a light mist on the carpet, have a trigger with some water solution can go in here. And you can just kind of quickly put some solution here. And just see the light, just to let mist in the vacuum it up. So that's
Just bring my vacuum and you tell me how bad it is.
right in, and then we can have options.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I need new carpet, and I haven't convinced my husband we will use it.
Oh, you haven't convinced him yet?
I thought one of his relatives came from Texas. This will convince him. And I think it'll last me.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
I just got my tag renewed, and I'm thinking, oh, running here, good believe, right?
Yeah. No, I'm glad to be here too. Good meeting you again.
I might bring it in. Then.
Yes. All right, guys. I'm almost wrapping up. What time is it? 9:22. Hey, iCar guy, what's up, man? ICT. You know what? I never asked you what the ICT meant. The ICT. I've never asked that. ICT car guy. ICT car guy. ICT. I like the IC can, in my mind. I'm thinking IC, right? ICU car guy. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's cool, man. Okay, so now, man, I'm stripping down this Kirby, and so the next step is if you wanted to replace this. For those of you out there who just say, "Man, I just want to give it a shot," right? I just want to try it. This is what we're talking about. You just take the screw out. Oh, wow. Okay, your local airport code. That's cool. Is that Connecticut? ICT. International something. International. That's cool. I'm not sure if isn't CT Connecticut? I flew into Connecticut one time. I think it was last year, and or the year before, one of them. But our flight, Wichita, Kansas. Oh, okay. All right. I flew into I flew into Connecticut, so I never been to Wichita, Kansas. So. Oh man, I said that right though, right? Never been there before. Oh man. All right, so this is what you would do. So I took this out. I took the screw out, guys. I took the screw out, and then this is the part. So like I said, it's the difference between replacing this entire thing here. Okay. Sometimes really all you need to do is replace this. Buy these two things. Okay, and the reason why I said buy this, because sometimes if you notice at the top, you see the very tip, this is the part that interacts with this. Look, oh damn it. This part here, okay, interacts with this little section right here. And if you notice the metal, it wears it down, eventually wear it down. And that can affect whether the gears start to click and grind. Some people, when they use the Kirby and they're pushing it, it goes click, 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 click. It's making a clicking sound. That clicking sound either means that this is worn down. Okay, sorry, this is worn down. Okay, or this is loose. This is held together with friction, right? It just snaps it in, and it's supposed to hold it, but eventually this thing starts to slide out. So if it slide out, it'll be too loose to properly push the gear in and out. This gear right now is this gear. There's a gear here and a gear here. There are two gears. Right now they're interlocked. So the way you would replace this, let me show you what happens when you do this. So you see this hole here? Gosh. See the hole? Okay. You would just insert this in that hole like this. So it sits like that. Let me do it again. Okay, they're separate. Put this in the hole and it just sits. It sits there, okay? And this kind of slides back and forth like this, right? And this interacts with the gear. This is just a lever that pushes the gear into the other gear, the small gear into the big gear. So what you're doing is you're disengaging or engaging. Well, really, it's pushing the gear away. I'm sorry. It's really separating the gear. How's that? And then when you let it go, the gear snaps in and it connects to it. So watch this. I'm gonna put this here like this. Pretty clever design, I would say. Okay. I will put it like that. It's already in. So all I have to do is put the screws in. Okay. I pronounce it correct? Wichita. Okay. Thank you. I pronounce it correct. Wichita, Kansas. I used to hear old commercials that I would assume at one point everybody in America probably knew Wichita, Kansas, because I think it was either on cartoons or Looney Tunes or old commercials. But I remember as a kid growing up. I mean, I grew up in New York, and I knew about Wichita, Kansas from somewhere on TV. I just remember hearing it a lot. So I don't know what was the most famous thing out there, but I just remember hearing Wichita, Kansas, you know. I thought it was pretty cool. All right, so now this is all connected. Okay, and then what it's doing, watch this. When I push this, I think this is going to separate. It's pulling the gear out. And when I snap it back, it allows the gear to just go back in. And I'm going to do it slow again, and you're going to see it move. Hold on, let me get it real close. See that? So when the gears are when the gears are just, instead of being totally separate, okay, and spinning individually, it's touching. And it's kind of grinding the gear. So so every time you push the Kirby, it's going. That's the clicking you're hearing. It's supposed to be either separate or interlocked. Okay, not touching barely. And that clicking sound you're getting is because one of these things are out of whack. One of these, either the pedal or this, is messed up. It's not the whole transmission. Okay? But you can tell when it's time to replace the whole transmission if this is replaced and you tried everything and all of these guys are in line and all the gears, everything is like hooked up and it's like, damn, the thing is still not working. That means the problem is on the inside of the transmission now. All these are perfect. Everybody is doing their job. This is connected, you know, and all of this stuff is working. Let me show you. And then we push this up into here, right? Okay, and I'm gonna put it on just sideways. Okay. All right. I make sure my belt is on the shaft. See this? And it's on drive. Make sure it's on drive, so it goes all the way up. Okay, and it's connected and everything. All right, everybody is good. All right, look at that. Let me drop down this shaft, this rod, because it can get locked in up there. So let me drop it down real quick. Okay, now I'll bring it back up. So the rod is loose down here. Okay, we need the rod loose. Let me put the screws back in real quick, and I want to test this transmission so we can see if actually this was brought in because they said the transmission was acting funny. So let me and right now all my evidence is showing me that the transmission should be fine, right? But remember what I told you? There's a belt on the inside. Well, then there's a possibility that the transmission isn't fine. So let me see. And this is how I'm going to test it. Watch. I'm going to put this on to activate. I'm not even turning the belt, right? I just want to activate it. So we're not using it for vacuum right now. All right. I'm going to put the bag on, but I'm going to put the cord, I'm going to put everything on except for the top, except for the top. I'm going to put this back on like I showed you earlier. Okay. Let me see. We have many OEM aircraft manufacturers here. We unfortunately had a notorious life ender in the 80s. I will not say his name or abbreviation. Ooh, a life ender. Really? How's this? Here's what's weird. My name is the same name as a guy from Atlanta from the 80s that was I guess he was a serial life ender. I remember going to school and people was saying that name, and it's like, is this the same as the guy from Atlanta that grabbed all of it? It's like, no, man. so I had the same name as that guy. And now it's a good thing, like through history, right? People forget about that. Yes, but I remember during the 80s, man, every time I give someone my name, they're like, is that the same guy? I'm like, man, at least he was reported to be the life ender. How's that? The serial life ender. I don't know enough about the case to know if that was legit, like he actually did it or he was, whatever. But yeah. So I know a little bit about those famous life enders. Now, I'm going to hook this up so I can activate everything. And all I'm going to do is I want to test the transmission, because this slider is what activates the transmission to go forward and backwards, forward and backwards, forward and backwards. And it's all done by this little mechanism right here. This connects to this, and when I go forward, backwards, forward, backwards, forward, backwards. And all that is doing is allowing the wheels to start to spin forward. Okay, hold on, let me go forward. Forward, backwards, forward, backwards, forward, backwards. Now, when it's in drive, the transmission is locked into the motor. Remember, the belt is connected to the motor. That means right now the wheels are not going to move properly. Okay? See that? If you force it, that means you could be messing up the transmission. So when you're in drive, the machine needs to be on if you want to push it. But if you just want to push it while the machine is off, put it in neutral. Because now you just separated the drive from the transmission, and now the wheels are free to move. Okay? But if you push it while it's in drive, you're going to eventually mess up that gear. Okay? And then you're going to really hear that click, 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 click sound. It's really going to go buck wild. All right? Serial life, and yeah, right. Right. The one from here is in 3-letter abbreviations, and he was never the level of the big names. Really? Okay. All right. I'll leave it at that for now. All right. Because these platforms, they get really really finicky with stuff like that. So yeah, let's not even go there and give them a temptation. Isn't that crazy though? How we have to talk around circles just to say basic things. We've overcorrected so much in so many things that we can't even say certain words. I mean, you know what? You know what it feels like. I know I'm so off the topic for a second. I'm gonna get back to my Kirby. You know what it feels like? Like we're building AI, and because we're humans, and we always gonna want to innovate, and we're gonna want to create new things, and we're gonna always want to make it better. We're actually making it better, and as a result of making it better, okay, we are displacing certain jobs, which I'm assuming we can create new ones, hopefully, right? And I think we had the same fear when the Industrial Revolution came into play and agriculture was shifted from um, people being on the farms and actually doing the work manually. And then all of a sudden you got these great machines doing the work. And you only need one person or three or four, whatever, instead of 100, right? People are like, what are we going to do? Well, at the same time, the automotive industry was actually making their run. So a lot of those guys went to the other ways of manufacturing because they created these new assembly lines and everything else, new opportunity. Like Anchorman wasn't around 100 years ago, right? That job is here. Pundits wasn't around. Um, Podcasters weren't around. You get me? So the new jobs were created in a new environment. But we can't really help ourselves because we are displacing ourselves by making technology better, right? Okay. So while we are trying to make these little corrections in our society, we're actually creating a kind of dystopian type of society. I don't know if it's on purpose, unwilling, because now if you can't say what you really mean, then what are we doing? Like we're not having an honest conversation if people can't really just say exactly what they're talking about. And so all of we self-censor ourselves because if we don't, we'll be censored. And so we're doing it to ourselves in for what we think is a good thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of weird, but as we progress, we're, we're putting like a chokehold around our own necks, and we're putting our hand over our own mouth, and we're literally replacing ourselves, right? Who knows where it's gonna go? I'm optimistic, right? I'm optimistic, but I'm observant. How's that? Okay. He really is a terrible person. He traumatized the city for long. Wow, really? Yeah, yeah. I'll Google later. Notoriety. Oh, okay. I'll Google later. You know what? I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now. At least so I have it in my head. I'm not gonna say it because like I said, we're overly censoring ourselves. So what I'm looking for. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Once the name popped, I was like, oh, yeah. Oh wow, really? Yeah, 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 yeah. From 1974 to 1991. Really? Wow. Is that amazing? I wonder if he secretly wanted to get caught. Why he sent a floppy disk to the police. Anyway, okay, I got it. I got it. I see it. Respect, respect with for that information there. That's something I didn't know. I didn't know that. Damn, he ran for that long, bro. Holy cow, that's a long time, man. That's a long time to be evil, man. Wow. Um, so let's test this training real quick for those who are waiting for that and watch me go on my little rant. But wow, man. All right. So let's see. This transmission is working. This transmission is working. When I push the handle forward, the wheels are supposed to go forward. And if I pull the handle backwards, the wheels are supposed to go backwards. So it's doing its job. Um, it's doing its job. Okay? It's doing its job. All right? But that's about as much. You know, I mean, some people may want to learn how to replace a fan blade. I do have a video on that. Most people are probably not going to mess with the fan blades. Only the real DIYers are going to mess with the fan blade and change a fan blade. But there's some things that basic people can actually do themselves. Even this one last thing I'm going to show you on this machine anyway is if you have to switch this out, or if your bag inner tube, if it busts, if it broke, what can you do? Okay? All right? So what can you do? The bag broke. It's like, what do I do, man? Damn, my bag broke. Well, let's check it out. Hey, I do have a question though, and I do have a question. The reason I'm gonna slide into this because this is the section that we have kind of casual conversations. So let me slide into my section real quick.
Yeah! Woohoo!
All right, so that's my little notification that we have casual conversation, right? It's not just vacuums anymore. Uh, so for those who does, but I do have a question, right? And tell me what you think, car guy, if you're still there, tell me what you think, and anyone that's passing through. How is it possible, okay, that on almost every single situation that happens in our country, most of the same people will be on total opposite side of that situation. And like in real life, like when we deal with other like things, like stuff, you may like vanilla, I may like chocolate, but maybe we both like caramel, whatever in between. You say, yeah, we both like that. We can at least agree on that. Yeah, that's good. We can agree on a movie, but we may like different parts of the movie. But we agree that, man, that was a good movie, man. And we were just like, yeah, but I like so and so better, whatever, right? But when it comes to like cultural stuff or anything, especially anything political, the same group is on the opposite side, like predictably on the opposite side. It's like there's no like middle ground. That's so weird. That's so weird. Like you and I can look at a problem here, and let's say it's a broken bag, right? And I'll do what I was about to do. The hose is broken. Okay, I'll give it like this. The hose is broken, and we both look at it, and we open the bag, right? We open the bag, and we see the hole as being. We see the bag is ripped. This is torn right here, ripped. Now, we can probably both agree that this needs to be taken care of, right? Now, you might say, why don't you just put electrical tape on it? And I'll say, well, yeah, that can work, but it's best if we just replace the whole hose. Okay? But if this was a political matter, and I say we need to replace the hose, someone would say, "Why you want to replace the hose? Why are you you're being anti-fixer or something, or you're being something?" And it's like, you don't think it's a good idea to replace the hose? Well, no, I think you're being you're you just, if the hose was white, you wouldn't want to replace the. It's like, what are we doing? I think we should replace this thing, right? There's very few things that when it comes to like practical fixing things that we're going to be on opposite sides. We can both agree that this thing is damaged, and we can both agree that the best way to fix it is really if you just got a new hose. That's the best way. Now you might think we should put it off, and maybe it's best that we tape it for now, but we can both agree that this needs to be replaced. That's like practical. That's like regular everyday people talking. But for some reason, man, it's the darndest thing that we how do you find yourself on the opposite side of everything? Holy cow, that is incredible. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing.
You doing? So your brush.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is that guy. I'm gonna tell you what happened, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what happened with it. Let me go turn this on a little bit. Get to my next little whole music here. Hold on. Let me tell you what happened. Let me see if I have it. Okay. Brushes, right? Brushes is supposed to be able to, if you hold the ends, you're supposed to be able to do this. Yeah. If you do that to this,
Okay.
that's not going to
Right.
That's the problem. That's what it did for this guy. For the little guy. Where's the little guy?
This one?
Oh, the little guy. Oh, good guy.
Okay.
Now for this guy. Brush was also the problem. But I was able to take care of that.
To free it up.
Yeah, I was able to take, because I had to go test the motor, man. I said, okay, what the hell's happening? Rocking and rolling. Yes. Okay. So I took those in the barn and get cooking.
Okay.
But here is your end. Okay. Beautiful.
Here. Okay.
Yeah, and the carpet liner, because if it gets into the corners, what it's going to do is going to melt.
Okay.
And then as it melts, it's going to do. Where's it at? It'll do that. It'll seize up the plastic, will melt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you'll get to a point where you can't bump to anything else.
Okay.
If you notice, you have a little bit more on this side,
Mm-hmm.
and when you get here,
Right.
yeah, so it's just not, there's no fixing this. You just have to just get it.
Okay.
So I'm trying to make sure it's still in stock,
Okay.
because the last time it said that it was not. Okay. All right. Cool.
You want anything now?
Well, we'll go on to that. No, you can always, when we take care of this.
Are you
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get you. Okay?
sure?
Is that cool?
That's cool.
That's cool. All right. Let me make sure you're. Yeah, I have it on this.
Okay. Perfect.
So you hold on to that, and I'll just make a note that you picked that one up already. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Is that all right?
That's all right.
Look at that. You see it born in it, and you got it fixed. Now, you'd be surprised how many people throw them away.
I have your dog baby.
Oh, you found it.
There's 3 of them.
You found 3 of them? Hold on.
And you have to mush them all together.
Hold on. Time out. Hold on. I'm gonna show the guys something. I'm doing a little recording thing here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show them what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna share my browser. All right. And hold on, let me share my browser here. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right.
I was gonna say, are you watching YouTube videos how to fix these machines?
No. I'm actually making a YouTube video how to fix these machines.
Boy, that's a hustle right there.
Okay, so I'm gonna show them who I am talking to right now, but I'm not gonna show your face. I'm gonna show them the person that you look like, so they know, like, really, what you look. That's her right there. All right. Hold on. Oh my God, I'm trying to get my mouse down here. Here we go. All right. Now let me go up here and type it in. Now, what's her name again?
Cara.
Cara.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. All right, now guys. Now, this is probably the one I'm looking at here. The one that give it away. This one at the top. Okay, hold on. I didn't transfer the scene over. Okay, so young lady that's here right now looks just like this girl right here. Now she's telling me I look like somebody else. So I'm gonna show you who she's saying I look like. So I'm gonna open a new page. All right, give me the first name.
All right.
You gotta spell it?
A mix of Tay Diggs.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so this guy. Okay,
Yes.
okay, all right. Okay, what's next?
Him and Peter
Hold on, Peter.
Mensa. Mensa.
Mensa.
He was Xerxes in 300.
Oh, this guy.
Yes.
Okay, someone told me that already. Yes,
So
someone.
between him
I've heard.
and
Okay, I've heard him when I was younger.
Okay.
When I used to have this little goatee right here.
So he hasn't aged at all.
So I know, right? And someone did mention this guy here.
Yep.
Okay, you said there was one more, and that was it. These two.
Well, now that I see him more, definitely just those two. The other guy, no.
Okay, there's one guy that I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to say his name, so I'm gonna look up the character he played.
Okay.
Right. And I thought this from the late 90s.
Okay.
Okay, watch this. And I'm gonna show you the picture I'm thinking about. This guy here, but it wasn't. It's what's his name? Hold on, give me a second. His name is Simon. No, is that his name? Hold on. Oh my God. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Is that No. This is his name.
Fictional character.
That's his real name.
Oh,
all right,
wow.
now, hold on. Let me pull this up.
That's a name right there.
That is a name. Okay? Let me search now. Then I'm going to give you a bunch of pictures. Now, his older version of himself, not really, but a lot of the younger pictures,
Oh, yeah.
I saw that.
What is
But
he?
it's only certain angles.
Oh my God, I know
that
the movie. I know his face.
You know what I'm talking about? There's only certain angles, like there's certain pictures that I saw him in. I was like, oh, that looks like it could be like a relative or something.
Look at his movies. Because I know his face, and I am scanning every movie in my head right now. To figure out what movie he's in.
Yeah. Gosh, movies, right? Put movies.
Yes.
Movies. Movies. Boom. Okay, now let me go to all. It'll give me a list of this. Okay. Man, you have to go way back. The one that I remember was this one. This was the first time I saw this guy in this movie here from 1995. And then you know, come in a couple of like co-stars
Faster.
and stuff.
That's it.
Which
He's
one?
the preacher.
Which one?
Faster with the rock on the far left.
Oh, this one here?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He's the preacher.
The preacher in this movie.
That turns his life around, yeah.
Oh, Faster.
If you haven't seen that movie, it is phenomenal. I think
think
the rock says like 10 words in the whole movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I saw this though. I did.
It's where like he and his brother, like the crew flips on him and double crosses him or whatever, and then tries to kill him, and he doesn't die.
Okay.
He gets shot in the back of the head.
You know what?
Like
I gotta watch it again. I gotta rewatch it.
It's fantastic.
And oh, there he is here.
Yep.
Okay, the evangelist. Okay, I'll check it out again.
Yep, I knew it.
It's been a long time. I remember her from Dexter.
Oh, I haven't seen Dexter yet, but I need to watch that
Oh,
one.
you haven't seen Dexter?
Not yet. I'm going through series right now.
Dexter's serious business.
I'm trying out some different things.
Yeah. All right.
I like stuff like that, though. I love it. I just watched Ozark.
Oh, Brianne, hey, what's up? I'm so very late. Still a while. Oh, okay, all right. Hey, Brianne, how you doing? So yeah, these guys. Did you guys see who she said I look like? No, it's not there yet. It's not there yet. Let me pull it up. Let me refresh it and see. I said hi. Yeah, now I'm up there. Okay, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. So you doing all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, I think if Brienne saw you, she'll probably think that yeah, I was correct. The lady. I mean, that's if you want to be on. If you want to actually be on on TV. But yeah, that's it. But see, if she had on a cap
I showed my mom
and
the other day.
glasses,
My
yeah.
mom almost fell out of her chair. She's like, "Oh my god!" And I said, "How have you
Really?
not known that?" I said, "Everybody says it. Every time they see me, everybody says it." And my
Yeah.
mom looks like Julia Roberts back in like her Aaron Brockovich days.
You know what?
Hard.
I see.
They have the same mouth.
Okay.
Like, it's so weird to
That's
see
cool.
it. Because it's like the cover of the Aaron Brockovich movie.
Yeah. Where's Brienne? Let me see.
She's got that curly hair.
Brienne, where is she at? Where Brienne? Hey Brienne, how's it going? How's it? Am I saying it right? How's it? How's it going? Okay. Make sure she get. Yeah, no, it's a small. I got my tiny little channel and my crew, the backpack,
That's
comes
fun.
together and we meet up every day and we chat.
I love that.
Fix some stuff. That's it.
That's
Yeah,
so much fun.
yeah, man, it is. It's a blast, and it's a coolest little click, you know. Yeah. So you said Brockovich, you said, right? Let me see.
Julia Roberts from Aaron Brockovich. I'm going to show you side by side.
Side by side. Okay, cool.
So that's the cover. And
Yes.
that's my mom.
Yes.
It's like super mom and dad.
Wow.
That was back in
Yeah.
high school.
Oh gosh, just trying to. Look at her.
Very.
Oh my
Julia
gosh,
Roberts.
and her smile is still the same.
Yeah, the exact same. It's so funny.
Wow. It's the
There's
same.
pictures of us.
They've been together since high school.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Sweethearts.
That's sweet.
They
Yeah. I saw her last Wednesday.
yeah, they married at 20, had my sister at 21. No, married at 19, had
Yeah.
my sister at 20, me at 26.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Look at that. All right, and they're in business together.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
Well, I mean, you know, you have to
something.
work at it.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
something.
For me to try to work with if I try to work with Samantha, man, God, there's the fireworks everywhere.
Yeah. They are complete opposites. But it works.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, same here. I mean, when I said complete, yeah, absolutely complete. But
We make it work.
yeah. But that's good. Congrats.
I'll show you this last one. So this is me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in all my glory. Okay.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And that's my mom.
Oh wow, you guys look like twins.
Yeah. I found this picture and thought it was me.
Oh, that's so cute.
And she had to explain to me that it wasn't. But
Yeah.
same hat, same the glasses, same
Yeah,
vibe,
yeah,
hair, everything.
Same everything, same chin and all that too.
Yeah.
Because you guys have the same chin.
Yeah, we're like the same
Yeah,
person.
you look the same.
It's so funny.
All right.
But yeah. It's
All
fun
right.
show and tell.
So I'll call you when that's all in.
Yeah, let me
Don't
know.
worry. Okay.
All
All
right.
set. Good seeing you again.
Good seeing you.
Alrighty.
Smell you later.
Yes. Hey, Brienne. Yeah, for real. The girl that was here, she looked just like, this actress here. I mean, when I said she looked identical, the only difference is she has a baseball cap on, and she wears glasses, but she looked just like this girl right here. And her family owns a pizza place. They used to own a bowling alley, but they own a pizza place in town. And we would swing by there and, you know, snacks and stuff like that. We, one business support the other business kind of deal. It's positive. Yeah. But I forgot what picture. What did she do? What actor? She acting what? What is she acting again, this girl? Who's she acting? Oh, Carnival Row. Oh, yeah. I seen that. And Valerian into that. Suicide Squad. I forgot what she played in Suicide Squad. But yeah. But I've seen Carnival Row. I seen that. I seen that show. So what you doing this weekend, Brienne? Suicide Squad. What did she play in Suicide Squad? What did? Was she the one with the rats? Was she the one with? No, right? What did she play in Suicide Squad, Brienne? If you remember, what did she play in Suicide Squad? What did she play? I can't seem to I can't get my mouse down, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on. I can't get my mouse to fix. But yeah, I left. I went outside of the. We went outside of the. We went past. We're into the chat mode, Brienne. We went past the vacuum. I'm just doing the little things here for stuff. But if someone wanted to replace this, they would just remove this here. Just remove this. What do you call it? This twist tie. Pull this off. Get the new one. Pop it in. It's that easy. Okay. And the same thing with this one here. You know, you remove the twist tie. This twist tie is not even on all the way. Look at that. Okay. And you can actually get a flat head, maybe. Let me get my flat head. Look, you can get a flat head and stick this onto here like so, and just pull this off. See that? It's really easy to fix up. Look, and then you just push it back in there and let it snap. Now, this doesn't work with the twist on because they have ones like these adapters that have that little swirl. It doesn't fit. This has to be the one that snaps. It's called a snap-on adapter, okay, with this little clip right here. So that's the kind you would use for this style, okay, if you ever want to buy a replacement of one of these and just pop it on. All right. So, you know, fairly simple stuff. All right. Everything else beyond this is going to be a little bit more complicated, a little bit more in depth. Okay. But for the Kirby, what I can appreciate about it, you know, is the fact that it can be, it's a machine that can be just reformed, rebuilt, you know, you can fix it. It doesn't matter how old this damn thing is. You can go back in and get it going again. So we need, you know, and I'll be honest, man, I don't know if they're ever going to make products to last again. Maybe we go around in circles. You know, maybe our society go in circles where, you know, like this fad used to be a thing, and all of a sudden now it's a thing again. Making really quality, solid machines was a thing, and maybe we'll do it again. But right now we're in that lull where we're pumping them out. You know, we're doing it for mass consumption and quick. And I think the moment that started, things started to decline, like our food became compromised the moment we started doing mass production type stuff. And we're pretty resilient, you know, but but some of us aren't, because some of this food is just not, it's not really good for us on the long term, you know, preserve, you know, all that stuff. You know, we know this. It's not, we know this stuff. But I was asking a question earlier, Brienne. I was asking a question about how is it that the majority of us, no matter what it is, we could be talking about immigration, we could be talking about schools, we could be talking about beauty, we could be talking about religion, right? We could be talking, it doesn't matter. The majority of the country is on opposite sides of every issue, predictably. It's not even that one person would say, well, yeah, you know, I see your point. It's just, no. That way doesn't, no. And if the other one says yes, the other one's going to say no. And if the other one says no over here, they're going to say yes over there. And it's like, and there was a big joke that said, if you want people to stop breathing, just say that you like air. Air is good, or some nonsense like that. And it's like, wow, how is it that we can do this? And is it real? Like, is it fake? Like manufactured type stuff, or are we really that opposite on basic common sense stuff? Because I think practical. I think like if I was fixing stuff, and you and I can both agree that this screw needs to be tightened, and if it's loose, we can both agree that it's loose. And what do you think we should do? I can't see you telling me just because you're on the opposite side, well, we need to loosen it. And I'm saying, yeah, but that's the problem. It's loose. We need to tighten it. And you're trying to make a case for why we should loosen it. That doesn't make any sense in real life. But for some reason, in our society, we're going to find a way to be on the opposite side of this thing. I'm like, what are we doing? So it dawned on me this weekend that I'm like, are we really going to always be on the opposite side of this thing? Or is there someone who is invested in making sure we're on the opposite side of this thing? I don't know. But that was a question that I posed. Let me see if I can. Let me open the live. Let me see. I don't see quality going back up. People. Oh, David, what's up, bro? Hey, man, I didn't even see you here, Dave. I was off the screen, man. She was the one who was. Oh, that's right. That's right. She was possessed by that thing. I think they dropped the ball on that one. I think they dropped the ball on that one. They could have made that better. But that's me, yeah. That's me. I don't see quality going back up. People just don't care. All they see is making money and lowering costs. Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? We also, I don't know if we have a bigger fight in us too. Because we're going along with it. You know? We're going along with it. We're like addicted to these things, even though it's bad for us. It's like we're addicted, you know? Because if you know the way we show that this is not good, by stop buying the crap. You know, that's how because we're the market. Like we are the market, right? And the way we show that this sucks is by not buying it, by not going to the movie, by like, no, I'm not buying that crap. But if we still buy it, then that's feedback to them that it's working. So by people learning how to fix their things, that's a one way to fight back. Like learning how to fix your own stuff, learn how to make your own food, learning how to save your money and stuff like that. That's a way to fight back. But man, I don't know. I think we're too addicted to. They're not even motivated to change by seeing that this is not working. I saw that in the last couple of years, even with the movie industry, where it's like, dude, guys, you're failing. This is not working. This is not working. Just make good movies and stop preaching to us about, you know, whatever ideology you want us to adopt. But they just plunge forward. I'm like, you got this movie's not selling. No one's buying it, right? I don't know, man. But we are the market, you know, like, but if you can control the market by controlling us and our behaviors, then you can have an artificial demand on something. It's an artificial demand. I think a lot of this stuff is artificial, man. I don't think we really feel that way. I can't see that me and Dave, right, can look at a car engine, right, and we see the problem, and I'm like, nah, leave it alone. It's okay. And Dave says, well, no, we need to change the headers or whatever. I'm like, no, that's fine. And then we can see practically that it's not working, and I'm still saying it's fine. It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. But in the issues that we go through, we can look at the same thing and we're like, no, we need to leave the, let's say it's borders, right? We need to leave them open. And the other guy's like, nah, we gotta do something about this. It's like, nah, what we gotta do? We gotta do nothing. It's like, what are we doing? It's fake, man. Oh no, I'm going nuts right now, guys. Don't mind me. Addicted to lower costs. Yeah, I personally have to buy the cheap because I can't afford the good. Yeah, and it's a shame. I was talking about this earlier about when you buy a machine, you don't the audience or the customer don't. We're not trying to buy a machine to clean less than the other one. We expect the machine we buy to actually clean, right? You understand? You're not expecting to make one that cleans a little bit, and then this one cleans a little bit more, because the average person, when they want, if you go in and you say, I'm gonna buy a vacuum, let's say, because it's a vacuum channel, buy a vacuum, you're expecting that vacuum to clean all the dirt, not a quarter of it, not some of it. You're expected to clean all the dirt. So why would the same company make one that cleans some of the dirt and the other one cleans more of the dirt, right? It's like, why? Do you think just because this person is spending less money, they should have less cleaning? I mean, that doesn't make, for me, I'm just saying, I'm talking from my perspective. Make a machine that cleans the dirt. Done. Now, I understand cars, like you want more amenities. You want, maybe you want a car that have power windows. You want a car that have a sunroof. You want a car that have sensors. You want a camera. You're buying all these extra things. But imagine if your car took you halfway to work. I mean, that wouldn't make any sense. Why would you make a car that only drive you halfway to your destination? You would want a car that takes you all the way, right? so I don't know, man. Exactly. She said, yes, exactly. We can't agree because then if it's their idea, not yours. And you give up the position of right. So it's a matter of being right. So in other words, if they came up with the idea first, right, to, I don't know, let's balance the budget, right? And it was their idea. Then whoever it is, then yeah, we should balance the budget. But then the other one's gonna say, no, don't balance the budget because it wasn't their idea. Are we? Isn't that like children? Even with things like food, it's so hard to say healthy. Be right. Because they make everything halfway good for you cost. Yeah, you know what? It's a shame because I remember the first time I got pissed off at that. It was salad, right? And I'm buying salad, and I'm like, why the hell is salad so expensive? This is stupid, right? We should stop buying salad, man. Screw these people. You're gonna price salad like wings. Okay, wings. Wings used to be like just regular wings. All of a sudden, wings are like the most expensive part of the chicken. I'm like, why are wings? Wings give you the least amount of meat to eat, and you're gonna make that, but it's the most popular. So because of demand, they decided to hike up the price of wings. They buy a pack of wings for like $20 when you used to buy a pack of wings for like $5 something or whatever. It's like, come on, man. So screw you guys and your wings. I don't. And then the part that give you the most meat, you could sell them. You could buy them a pack for like $3. Of the thighs and all that stuff, or $4 or $5 or whatever. But the wings, you got a tiny little pack. I see it locally. Tiny little pack of wings. And you're going to charge me $13 for that little pack of wings, but then this big pack of thighs, I could get it for $5. All right, so then screw you guys with your wings. Keep your wings. Oh man, the blindness of poor quality remains long after the sweetness of. Oh no! Oh my God, that's a Kirby pitch. I used to say that. I used to say that. Oh my God, did you used to sell Kirby's? The bitterness of poor quality remains long after the sweetness of low price is forgotten. Oh my God, you must. You. I had sales clinchers that I had to memorize, and that was one of them. One of them next to that one that came, I think, either right before it or after it was, oh, Ben Franklin said that. We memorized those clinchers. They put that inside our clinchers. The bitterness of poor quality remains long after the sweetness of low price is forgotten, right? And then the next one was like, it's better to pay a little more and get much more than to pay a little less and get a whole lot less. That was when they said, I can't afford it. You know, we had that pitch. You want wings? Oh man, you want wings? Oh my God, yeah, man. Tell them to keep their wings, David. Shit, man. You're gonna try to overcharge me for some wings and shit, and the wings can hardly, the wings hardly fill you up. You know what? That's probably still a good thing for the folks who struggle buying food. It's like, okay, so you guys are gonna do this, fine. Then we'll do this. Okay, leave the wings in the damn in the thing and let them keep overpricing their wings and see that shit don't sell. And you can still feed the family on the stuff that they're underpricing because they don't think anybody wants it. A friend of mine did that. He said that he didn't know he grew up on the breast and wings as a kid, and he didn't realize that. He's like, wow, I didn't realize the leg and the thighs and all that stuff had so much more to offer. He's like in his like early 30s. He said he shifted his whole diet because the wings were so expensive, and it's like it gives me less meat. I don't know why I was sold. It's like it's a cultural thing. You know, we think of wings for Super Bowls, and you go to the bar or whatever, and you get the hot wings, and it's cultural, right? It's popular, but it gives you the least amount of substance. It's crazy. I'm making a rant about wings. Oh man, my stepdad says it constantly, but once cry once. Yeah, yeah, yep, yep. Buy once, right? Buy once, yeah, and buy once. Buy right. That's what we used to say. Buy once, buy right. Buy once and buy right, or buy right and buy once, something like that. Yeah, yeah. I've been a fan of buying rotisserie chicken. I can spread it out for 3 meals. Hell yeah, 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 yeah. I'll go ahead and buy the entire chicken. Okay. And if my wife would just slice it in half, all right, and I'll say, all right, let's just do this half, right? And I have this season, this jerk, it's called jerk season. It's a Caribbean thing, and I would like do like one half regular, and if I feel like I mix it up, I'll do the other half. I'll jerk the other half, which has it's spicy. It's spicy, but it's jerk season. So I would jerk one half of it, jerk the other half. It'll last you the whole damn week. I got it for $6. You know what I'm saying? You know? Oh man. She'll do like the regular stuff, and I do the jerk. I do the jerk stuff. It's called jerk though. It's not a jerk as in like bad attitude. I don't know why. I don't know why they call it. I think it came from a way back. They used to store the meat, and they would wrap it and store it on the ground because it's cold. It's cold on the ground, and it was like a very old way of like storing this stuff, and it would last longer with this particular seasoning. I think it's pimento. Want to make sure I say it right. It's a seed, like a allspice seed, and then with a whole bunch of herbs and stuff like that, and then it will keep it lasted longer. So something that people will be interested in. Anyway, Oh man. I've been a fan. The rotisserie lasts you one meal. Hey, listen, man. I've done that. I've done. You know what? You know what? I've gotten to a point where I didn't even want to be full, right? I didn't want to be full because I didn't want to be full because I was enjoying the food so much. I was pissed off that I couldn't eat anymore. I was like, damn. If you've ever been there, I've been there, man. I add it into stuff. I'll make chicken and dumplings and soup and stuff. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, man. Yeah. Fried rice. Yeah, we have a food truck called Rice and Things. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I like that. Rice and Ting. That sound like it sound like Jamaican. When you said Ting, um, it's a delicious island type food. Yeah, Ting. Ting is a drink. It's a grapefruit drink, right? Called Ting. Um, let me see if I can find Ting for you, man. I'm gonna show you what the Ting is. Ting is legit, but that's how we say thing back in the Caribbean. Ting. What's this? Ting drink. Let me put drink. There's an actual drink called Ting, right? I haven't had Ting in a minute. This is Ting, right here. Ting. So when they say when they're telling you it's what do you call it? Rice and Ting, that's what this thing is. I remember I grew up drinking this stuff. And when I was back in the Bronx. Ting. Yeah. I have my favorite. I have my meals. I have my favorite meals. If you're my signature dish that I make, I have two of them. Some of you may have heard of it, and some may not. But one of them, let me show you my signature dish. Once I learned this, I always had it. Hold on. This is one of my signature dishes. Oxtail. I'll do this. All right. I'll make it. I'll make oxtail, and hold on, and I'll make one more. Everything else is just everything else. So if my wife wanted me to make something, she's like, "This is what I want you to make." She want to make I do curry, goat curry or curry goat curry, and oxtail is my thing. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know I do chicken and all that stuff, but I'm talking when I'm whipping out the big guns when I want to show my talent. Um, I'll do I'll do the I'll do oxtail or I'll do. I'm actually going to a Christmas party this year, and I think I'm bringing bringing oxtail with me. But damn, they're expensive, man. It's like $10 a pound for that shit, or 13. I think it's up to $13 a pound now. Spicy, you like it? Yeah, man. Yep, yep, yep. You know, yeah. Food is good, man. I enjoy food. I'm a food connoisseur kind of person, man. I really enjoy some good food, Italian, Asian food. I tried making some Brazilian rice the other day. I get a kick out of it. My uncle gave me the bug. He's a chef, and he used to tell me that was a way to like, you know, you want to get the girls. You know how to make them something real cool. He says, surprise them, make her something real cool, you blow them away. I was like, I did it to my wife, and then she was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna. She, she didn't want to do it no more. She said, can you do every time she kept asking me to make stuff. I'm like, you know what? I think I got suckered into this. So Dave says we have a local racetrack, and their special is fried bologna burgers. Never tried. What's the thing? Well, I used to do fried bologna sandwiches as a kid. I remember trying to make my own stuff as a kid. Fried eggs on a burger. Yeah, fried. I like fried eggs on a burger too. Yep. Yep. I made my son when I make my son burgers. Sometimes I'll throw a fried egg on it, bacon, cheese, lettuce and all that good stuff. So he comes down from school. He loves steak and he loves burgers, and that's what I do for him. I never knew it was a drink. I figured it just a play on pronunciation. Yeah. Squirt. Uh, I've never had that. I've never had that. Yeah, dude. Hey, David, if you want to try a hot sauce, bro. You want to try one? I'm gonna give you one to try. I'm gonna give you one to try, but it's a soda. Try it with like don't. It's not really. It doesn't go well with fried food. It goes well with like cooked food, like sauce. Okay. So I'm gonna give you one to try. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna give you one to try. Record this. I'm gonna give you one to try, man. This here. Hold on. Let me move this over. Try this if you could find it. You could probably find it in Compare or someplace like that, or order it on Amazon or Walmart even. Try this one. Here we go. Try that, Dave. But like I said, you leave it with the Texas Pete's and all that stuff. That stuff is good for fried foods and things like that. But if you have like food that you have like sauce or soup, try some of this, Dave. You won't regret it. I'm telling you, you would be delighted by this particular sauce, man. All right. Guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm getting a bunch of phone calls. I was expected to be done a half hour ago, and I'm gonna be rocking and rolling. I'm gonna catch you guys later. I started way early on a Monday, Dave, and it is what it is. I didn't get, you could tell we didn't get a whole big ton of views on our show today, but it's perfectly okay. You guys what counts. But check this out. Scotch bonnet is like a brother to a habanero, but it tastes way different. It has kind of a banana pepper type of. I don't know if that's the best way to put it, man. Scotch bonnet has its own flavor, bro. It doesn't taste like habanero, but it looks like a habanero, but it doesn't taste like one. It doesn't taste like habanero peppers at all. It could be the climate. It could be the climate it was in. It's a Caribbean pepper, right? But it's really good. It's good. It's very flavorful. How's that? It's very flavorful pepper. Yeah, but I think you'll enjoy it. All right, guys. I'm gonna get rocking and rolling, and I thank you for hanging out with me today. Okay. Thank you for hanging out with me today, guys. I'm gonna have to get rocking and rolling. Let me see if I have a last comment that I didn't get to. Yes, Dave. We love the shenanigans. Which one, Scotch bonnet or shenanigans? But Bree showed up with her shenanigans. Yeah. That's my favorite ornery word. When you get an ornery shenanigans. All right, guys. Don't, don't do any shenanigans today. Yeah, Scotch bonnet, girl. Check that out if you like spice. But it's not too hot. It's more flavorful than heat. The heat is in the back. The heat is in the back. The flavor hits you first. Like you ever watch Hot Ones, the show with the wings? And once in a while, they'll have a Scotch bonnet on there. They, like they have all those. I even tried that one time. I tried that with my in-laws one time where I bought a whole bunch of hot sauce and we lined it all up and we got like generic, basic chicken fried wings. And then we tried the hot sauce on the different wings to see if we can do the show. It was okay. Some sauces are just like we got some like basil sauce. Some of them was like weird. There was what's the heat? They have a North Carolina ghost pepper style sauce. Something that's just hot for the sake of hot. I like flavor with the heat. I don't like just hot because it's hot. I like the flavor. There's a flavor that peppers give, that I like. Okay, what's the name of the hot sauce? I can't find my glasses. Okay. Oh shoot, someone might be. Okay. It's called Grace's Scotch Bonnet. Okay, it's called Grace's Scotch Bonnet. Hold on, let me see. Let me pull up. Let me put it up. I'm gonna put it in the what do you call it, in the chat. Grace's hot bonnet, Carolina pepper. Yeah. The Reaper, right. They got the Reaper. They got ghost peppers. A lot of those things are just hot for the sake of being hot, and I prefer the heat. The heat is the flavor with the heat. That's what I'm saying. I prefer the flavor with the heat. But it's called Scotch bonnet pepper. Definitely prefer the flavor with the heat. All right, guys. I'll catch you later. Stay positive. I gotta get rocking and rolling. I gotta do some shopping today. You gotta shop before you make money. You gotta spend it first. It was like, come on, man, give me a break. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Stay positive. All right, guys, if you like that, if that was able to teach you something, if you can walk away with something, you can also leave something. Leave a like, hit subscribe, or if you'd like to even be deeper into supporting our channel, you can join the Backpack family. The links are below. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Yes!